Hey everybody, it is Mr. Lambert with your class Zoom walkthrough for February 17th. It's a Wednesday and it is cold outside. Right now it is -5 degrees outside the window behind me. If you were in class, you wouldn't be going to school today either because it's too cold. So I'm going to walk through what's going on today. Again, we'll probably do these on the days when we have delays or closures just because Ms. Singleton and I are working from home, so it's a little bit more difficult to do the Zoom meetings and keep the internet connections working great. And also, we don't have our normal tools on the Zooms on our Chromebooks. So that's why you've got the video today. So I'll go through my stuff, and then again, Ms. Singleton will go through hers, and then we'll see you again together as soon as we can get back in the classroom. So you do need to do your attendance form. It is not a snow day today. It is actually an e-learning weather day. So everybody's expected to be in class. So make sure you click that attendance form and fill that out just like normal. Okay, and I'll move on down. Your SEL activity this week, Ms. Singleton will talk about those. But if that is available, she'll have that posted for you. So I'll worry about math and science. How about that? So today, you're going to keep working with functions. Yesterday, we learned what functions were. We learned about the couple different kinds of functions that you could come across. And we talked a little bit about how we can create these. So today, you're going to be practicing with an IXL. You're going to be creating functions given a rule or plugging values in for a function to get an output. And then you're going to plot those points on a coordinate graph. So I'll click over to the math page here. Just like normal on the math page, you're going to have the basic stuff. You today will have a bell ringer, which will all be review. Don't even worry. The bell ringer will be set up today, much like it was yesterday. You will see, so you can see here, it's a Google quiz, but when you get to question number 6, if you have had any problems on questions 1 through 5, I actually go through all the questions with you and talk about how I came to each solution. So make sure you watch the video if you struggled with any of the questions 1 through 5. And you should be good to roll there. So that should help you out with understanding what's going on. So that's the bell ringer for today. You also have a lesson and notes section for today, which will be watching a video. So there is a video here posted from the good old guy at Math Antics. It talks about what functions are, how that works with an input and output. So it says, please make sure to watch the entire video. Please do watch the whole thing. Answer both of the questions below completely to receive all points for the lesson. Remember, all answers need to be in paragraph form. So you're going to watch that, and you are going to answer the 2 questions here on Edpuzzle. So this one is an Edpuzzle. So you have 2 questions to answer. The first one is, please describe in your own words what a function is and how it relates to the inputs or independent variables and outputs dependent variables. So what's the function? How does it relate to its inputs and outputs? And then the second question is, a linear function makes what kind of shape on a coordinate plane? So what type of shape would it make if you were to graph a linear function? You should know that because you'll be graphing some of those today. So there you go. Those are your 2 questions for your lesson and notes. And last but not least, you'll have an independent practice section where you'll be working on an IXL today to get you some practice with this skill of finishing out a function table. So it's going to give you parts of a function table. You'll need to figure out the rule and complete the table, and then plot the points on the graph. Remember, when you're looking at the points, your left table or your left side of the table generally will be your x-axis. The right will be your y, but just look for the x or the y at the top, and that should tell you which coordinate goes with either the x or the y axis. Remember, your x value, usually the one on the left, will be your value that you will move left or right. Your y value, or the one on the right, will be the one which you will move up and down. And remember, on these IXLs, you will want to get at least an 80% SMART score because that is your 100% for the assignment. If you go up to 100% on your SMART score, that is worth 2 bonus points in math. So you'll need to go ahead and log into Clever. If you haven't done this before, sign in with Clever so that you are signed in. And then when you click the IXL link, it should link you right here. It should link you directly to the 6th grade skill Z7. And then if you need directions and don't know how to take a screenshot, well, here you go. There it is. You're going to hold down the control key, and above the number 6, you will see this little key on your Chromebook. Go ahead and click that with the control key, and it will take a screenshot of your screen. Make sure that on your screen we can see the following things. I need to be able to see your name so that I know it's you who has done this. I need to be able to see the skill, so you should be able to see it say Z7 at the top. And then last but not least, I need to see your SMART score. So I need those 3 things on your screenshot in order to receive your full credit for your independent practice today in math. And that's all for math today. So there's the 3. And then in science, I'm going to go ahead and hop on over to the science page here. In science today, we are going to start a project. So this project will take us today through Friday. So you'll have 3 days to work on it. This project will be looking at the electromagnetic spectrum, but specifically looking at visible light. And we learned yesterday about how scientists can use visible light from distant stars to tell them things about the star, like how far away the star is, how big it is, or what type of composition, what's it made up of. So we're going to learn more about that, do a deeper dive into that this week. It should be pretty fun. This is a major project. It is worth 50 total points because it is 3 full days worth of reading and learning. Also, this takes the place of your quiz for the week. So all those points are rolled up into this one assignment. You need to turn this in. It's not intended to be done in one day. This should take you through Friday. It's due Friday night at 11:59 p.m., just like usual. You've got the rest of the week to complete this. Right here, I just run down kind of how I might go about doing this. I might try these 4 short sections today, do these 4 short sections tomorrow, and then hit the challenge on Friday. This should say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as a day off. So I'll change that. But all these small sections are worth 5 points each. These small sections are worth 5 points each. There's 20, 40 points. And then your last 10 points is the challenge on Friday. And that will be kind of pulling together all the things you've learned from the other 8 small sections. A note, if you have trouble accessing the Google slide at the bottom of this page, I have it linked right here. Here's an alternate Google slide link for this assignment. Click on that link. You will not be able to edit the file that you see when you pull this up. It's a read-only file, but if you go up to the File tab in the toolbar and then click on Make a Copy, you can make your own copy of the file, and then you can edit that copy. That's how you'll have to work on this. Now, if you do it this way, if you can't access below and do it this way, you'll need to make sure that you know where this is hiding in your Google Drive, because if you do not know where it's at, it's going to be hard to find it for tomorrow when you go through and start working on the next set of small parts of the assignment. So make sure that you make a note of where it is hiding in your Google Drive. You can do that. Once it downloads, you can click the Show in Folder icon that pops up at the bottom of your page, and it will show you what file it is hiding in your Google Drive. If you want to change that, you can actually drag and drop then that file into a folder or add a folder for it, so it's a little bit easier to find. If you have questions on that, please let me know during office hours, and I can walk you through that with screen share. So there is the alternate. Here are your directions. Mr. Stricker is there with some directions for you. So listen to what he has to say. He's going to walk you through how you need to read through and submit the different parts of this assignment. And then here is the copy. So if this works for you, you can either blow the bottom of this page up and work right here on the page. It actually works. Or you can click this button and it will take you to your own copy. So it will blow your own copy up and then you can work on it. So here is what your project is going to look like. So again, we're learning about the electromagnetic spectrum. We're talking about how we can use light from distant stars or planets to tell us things about them. So you've got to watch it, read it, research it, explore it. Those are the ones I have for you to do today. If you're going in the order that I would suggest, again, the watch it, you'll be watching a video. The read it will be a reading passage that you will need to explore, research it. You'll be asked to do a little research on your own. And then this will be kind of more of a hands-on idea. And then tomorrow we'll be writing about it, taking a short quiz over it, organizing our ideas, making some pictures, and then you'll be putting everything together for the challenge. To finish each part of these, all you have to do is click on. So there I clicked on watch it, and it will take you straight to the watch it section. So here is where you watch. This is the video that you'll watch. Here are the questions that you need to answer over on the side. And that's how you will complete each small section. There is a button to go back to the lab room that will actually take you back to your first slide. And then when you are done with each section, you can take your little check mark. Well, I should be able to take the check mark and move it over. I'm in presentation mode, so maybe that's why mine's not working. Should be able to take this check mark and move it over to here. And then it should click it up. And that way you can just keep track of what you have completed. And then this is what I will grade. I will actually go through and grade each slide for you to give you your final score. All right. And that will be it. This will actually be science for the rest of the week. This is what you're going to be working on. So again, today, I would suggest, back in the lab room here, you're working on these blue trays today. These are the ones you want to get completed today. If you want to move on past that, if you're just having a really good time, go for it. But these are the ones you'll want to have completed by the end of today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go. I think that is it for today as far as assignments for math and science. Specials, I would suggest if you're in my homeroom or just haven't done so yet this week, check in with Miss Baylor or Miss Burgess. My homeroom kids, you'll have Miss Baylor as your listed teacher. You can click through this link or use the course tabs up at the top. So check in with her today. If you're in Miss Singleton's homeroom or haven't done so, check in with Mr. Robbins this week and see what he has for you in music. And then last but not least, I will be around. So I will run my 10 to 10:30 and 2 to 3 just like normal because ACS has asked us to. I will be watching my email today between 11 and 1 o'clock. So I will be around. I may not be on a Zoom per se, but I'll be around to answer emails during that time. And then, of course, between 10 and 10:30 and 2 to 3, I'll be available on Zoom if you need me to walk you through any of the stuff we've talked about today. And last but not least, small groups for this week are canceled. I went ahead and just canceled those this week. I want to make sure that you get all of your math done. It's important to make sure that we're really focusing on those functions. So in lieu of giving you another assignment to complete, I'd like you just to focus on completing the assignments that I have for you well and making sure you've got time for that science project. So if you guys have any questions, I will be available again from 10 to 10:30 today and then 2 to 3 and then available all day via email. It just may take me a few minutes to get back to you. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. Stay warm and safe out there. If you have any issues, just let us know.